What's up, everybody? This is Zeus Jules from Boogie Train.
Yeah, Julian Charlie too.
So we wanted to try doing a little bit of stuff on YouTube, obviously, as you guys know. But we live in 2026, right? This is the era where people are streaming everything on their phone. We're staying home because it's easier. A lot of times it's cheaper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just watch Netflix, just watch Hulu and shit. All these badass shows are coming out. So for me, it makes sense why people are staying home these days, right? People aren't watching live music. I think what's interesting, though, is the culture really has shifted. I don't know what you think, Jules, but I feel like the culture has shifted where on Friday and Saturday nights, people, at least university kids, they're not looking to go watch live bands. Do you think they are?
Not from what I've seen. Definitely not.
We play tons of shows. We play tons of open mics and stuff or whatever, and I rarely ever see college kids doing
college
that.
kids for sure.
So I think maybe there's something to be said about the culture. Maybe the interest isn't there anymore, but I think Boogie Train and other bands can change that.
Absolutely.
Right.
100%.
So what we want to talk about is why we think people should go. Like why do you think people should go watch live bands?
To experience live music. Man, it's definitely a much better experience than listening to a phone recording or a studio recording. You know what I mean? There's plenty of bands that have fantastic studio recordings, but I mean, I've never been in the studio, but it's like from my understanding, it's a lot easier to develop and to take your time and to, to do retakes and to add this and to add that. And, as a 4-piece or even as a 3-piece band, you can add, guitar backings and add a solo to your songs in the studio. But when it's live, it's like that rhythm is absent, So for me, like when you cut a live album, it's wherever you're at, you know what I mean? It's the performance, but it's documented obviously. But listening to the live performances, they carry a much stronger presence than studio recorded stuff, something on iTunes, something on Spotify. Like, it's good stuff, don't get me wrong, it's great music, there's no discrediting that at all, but experiencing live music in today's age is definitely not something that I see, that college age, really doing anymore, or I guess at all.
I mean, besides the music majors, I think anybody who likes music and likes to have fun and to party and whatnot, I think they would love, right? You would
Agree,
love
yeah.
it.
Like, what else are you gonna do? Listen to great music?
One thing that frustrates me is when people say, like, they ask us about Boogie Train, right? They ask us about our band and they want to listen to us. A lot of times they'll just pull us up on their phone, right? So then they'll turn up their little smartphone, whatever it is, a little Cricket phone or an Apple phone. They turn it up as loud as it goes, and just from the speaker, they're listening to our 4-piece band. And I'm like, man, this isn't even, we're not miking the drums. Nothing is going direct in, so you're not getting the actual frequencies, and not to mention the speaker on some smartphone. Physically, how big is that speaker? Like tiny, right? Like smaller than your fingernail. My Marshall amplifier has a 12-inch cone, like just mine alone, and I think yours has a 10-inch cone.
Yeah.
Nikki plays that 300-watt one at Phil's, right? I think it's got a 12-inch cone. Like,
yeah.
That's so huge. Imagine a cell phone with a 12-inch cone on it. Like, no, like you have to come watch us live, man, and watch other bands live. It's just a completely different experience.
It really
and
is.
Listening on a recording is not the same thing, right? That's why I like when we listen to our friends, right? We've got friends in Rapids, we've got friends all over it, and we hear them, right?
Absolutely.
And it's like,
absolutely, got some bad dogs around here.
although the recording isn't good, us as musicians, I'm like, dude, these guys were on fucking fire, right?
Absolutely.
Shout out to the fucking alternators. How you guys doing out there?
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
man.
You guys are amazing. Moon, John Peck. I mean, there's so many amazing friends that we have, that we've made just in the last couple of years,
For sure.
right? It's
For
great.
sure. Yeah. Pretty soon,
But
I mean, we have an upcoming show with Ramshackle.
oh yeah, yeah, and then the lure, yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
I want to say May 23rd at the Lure, Wisconsin Rapids.
That's a perfect example. Ramshackle, I love playing shows with them because like uh Chipper, right, the drummer,
Yeah, I love
when he's
Chipper.
playing, he's
Yeah,
just having so much fun.
absolutely.
Like he's like dancing on the
Yeah,
drums,
yeah.
and he's interacting with the crowd. He's like, make sure you're tipping the
Yeah,
bartender.
yeah, yeah.
Phil is the best
Yeah.
bartender on Patch Street. You know,
Dude,
it's
I don't
so
know.
fucking funny.
He's not the only person too, because even Artie is like they're kind of frontmen behind the drum kits, where they just you can have that presence and like, come on guys, like get together, drinking beer,
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
like oh shit, like
Artie too.
that's what I'm saying. But
Obviously,
maybe it's the I don't know how many drummers are the frontmen, but those two for sure they have it.
But then with Ramshackle, you think about Jim Fairfield, right? Writes a lot of really great songs.
Mhm.
He's a talented singer, awesome guitar player.
Mhm.
Was from Chicago? I
Chicago,
think, you know.
yeah, born in Chicago.
Kind of Chicano a little bit. Spanish in
He's
him
been
a little
around
bit.
enough.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
He's
So-
been around enough.
But he's got such great stage presence.
For sure.
Um,
For sure.
Neil is a great singer. He's got
Mhm.
amazing stage presence too. He
Freaking
plays with his teeth.
Buddy guy, Stratocaster.
Yeah, man. He's got so many guitars. We got some friends with some crazy guitar addictions, and I don't know. It's like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I'm like
Yeah.
sitting next to these guys, you know,
Yeah.
like. But Ramshackle, I'm saying though, like watching a little recording of them, a little 1 minute and 30-second video of that band does no justice, dude. Like you have to go in there, you got to listen to them play.
You got
have
to see it live.
You have to hear them talk to you specifically and,
Yeah.
and let you dance. The last time we played in Nakusa, they had the whole dance floor was full, you know?
For sure.
And I was like, I was just so proud of
Agreed.
them. I think anybody who wants to find like some fun that you weren't expecting, or maybe, especially if you want to impress somebody, like if you want to have a fun date, dude, you gotta go watch some live freaking music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like movies kind of have dead spaces or whatever.
Agreed.
Not if you go watch a live band like that, you know.
For sure.
So let's see here. I think it's go ahead. Yeah. This is our first time, yo. Be nice, right? No. I think another reason why people should go see live music though is like, although it is comfortable to be in your pajamas and your air conditioning, there are artists out there that are really, really talented that are trying to make it. And when, they send out say 400, 500 invitations or whatever, and maybe 10 or 15,
Yeah.
30 people show up. It's
Yeah.
like, man, that's heartbreaking.
It hurts not only the band but also the venue too. It's a double edged sword in
Because
that way.
venues are trying to make money.
Yeah, the same way that we're trying to get seen and trying to get some revenue and whatnot too.
But so it's like you kind of have to. I can understand why people maybe don't want to leave, because it's like, I don't know if this is going to be a good band. I don't know if it's going to be worth my time or not. But that's why I think bands that are trying to really get in there are going to be doing shit like this and telling you, yeah, there are great bands,
Yeah.
a lot closer than you think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right in your own neighborhood.
And playing behind their head and playing with their teeth and
Yeah,
handing out guitar picks and shit,
national
like,
anthem.
dude, it's-
behind the
it's-
teeth.
it's crazy, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So to close this video, we wanted to talk about the difference between live versus studio albums, right? And when you think about your favorite artists, let's just name one of your favorite artists. Just name one of your favorite artists.
One of
Not the top. Just name one.
Joe Moss.
Joe Moss. Okay, yeah. So he's got a couple studio albums, and he's got a live album that we both are very familiar with, right? But when you think about Joe Moss, like what are the songs or what albums are important to you?
What's pretty impressive is like we talk about how many songs you're supposed to have on an album, you
Yep.
know, and a lot of people, they're in that like 15 to 12 range. They're in that, You know, other bands are in that, you know, like 6 to 10 range. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Joe Moss's Live at Chan's, I want to say, is 9 songs,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it's like a little over an hour and some change. You know,
Yeah.
but it's like you can do a lot of damage in that time, and you got Greg Seffner on the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you know, I love the dynamic. You know,
He's the yang.
he just goes and lays the floor work, and you know, Joe Moss like, you know, thank
Yeah.
you, and he just
Yeah.
they complement each other very, very well.
I would love to know how those guys met because holy shit, I'm so glad those guys met.
But yeah, Live at Chan's, that's a perfect example of a live album that is like an unforgettable night. You know what I mean? That a studio session where you're looking for the perfect sound, you're looking for the perfect angle, the perfect shot. Like everything has to be just right in the studio, you know. Like why else? Because you're spending so much money. You're trying to get it mastered. You got to pay for each song. You got to get the licensing and all that jazz. It's like there's a lot of work, you know, for both albums, you know, live and studio. But with the live album, it's like you have nights like Live at Chan's, you know, Chinese restaurant that also has blues music, like
And Mexican food or Italian food or something like that. He said it was half and half or something weird. We gotta get that story straight with
yeah,
him.
that would be, if that was around here, man, I would love to be a part of that, because that's anyway. But yeah, that's, I would say, you know, Joe Moss Live at Chan's, you know, perfect example of a great live album.
I didn't really. I mean, we'll have to talk to him and Greg, but I don't really remember hearing any fluffs in that album. You know what I mean? Like any times where they like fumbled on the keys or fumbled on the guitar or fumbled on the drums.
Now, in
I don't
the
remember. They just fucking that whole
the
thing
good
just
thing
slayed.
about being on their level is it reminds me of what Kev Mo said
Huh.
about the slide. Where he's
Oh
like,
god,
if
yeah.
you miss a note, you know, you just ease on up to it, you know. So it's like, I don't know. I think when you're at their level, because we just saw him recently in Marinette,
It's
and
insane.
that was our first time seeing him, man. And Christ, we were front center, you
Oh,
know, and
VIP. We made sure.
yeah, he put it. He laid it down.
This is another reason why this ties in. I swear, we're not going on a tangent. But another reason why to watch live music, I say, is to network, right? Because we've met cool artists. You know, Monday Night Takeout, Alex Quinnell, right? We met, like we said, Moon, and Dutch Holland is another really awesome guy that we love. Randy Perlak. There's so many friends that we've made. But when we went to Marinette, Art left our table, right? Our drummer got up, left our table. We didn't know where he was. And he was bothering Joe Moss because Joe Moss just got off the stage. And I was like, Art, leave that man alone. Like, get the hell. Like, he's like, Art's like, come here, come here. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
dude. Like, you're ruining this. Like,
Yeah.
leave that guy alone.
Yeah.
And he's like, I went to talk to Joe or whatever, and he's like, well, I got these drinks in my hand. He's like, just come sit by us for a second. And, you know, we obviously got to meet his friends and family and whatever. And Joe, thank you so much for that. That was
that was incredible. Thank you very
that was
much.
a highlight. When I die, I know I'm going to see that table sit next to you guys. I'm like, oh my God. Oh yeah, that's right. I was there.
I was
Also training with Hoist Gracie. That was cool too.
yeah.
But networking, man, like I never in a million years would think that we were going to be anywhere near him. And the fact that we were able to talk to him and tell him about how important that Live at Chan's album was to us and stuff. Like, look at that. If I just waited for the Facebook post, or if I waited for the YouTube post, I never would have met him.
Yeah.
And I never would have got the guitar pick that he gave me, you guys.
Mhm.
Anybody who is a guitarist, you know
Yeah.
how crazy it is to get a guitar pick
Yeah.
from a legend. So I've only got one from Joe Moss. Who you got? A couple
From a Blues Hall of Fame musician at that, you know.
Now you've got two from
I-
two Blues Hall of Fame musicians.
I do have two.
And that one I thought was going to come to me.
Yeah.
We were at a Jimi Hendrix
Tribute concert.
tribute tour. What was it? 2000. 2016, 17, something. I don't know.
2016.
But we were with our friends Alice and Carol, and we were in the back, sort of in the back. I don't know. We didn't really have a lot of money.
Yeah.
But Carol stood up and went to the front
Yeah.
as soon as Buddy Guy got on stage. And we
Yeah.
were like, what the hell is she doing? And Alice is like, it's fine. It's fine. So you and I were like, we're never going to get this close to Buddy Guy again. So, man, we got up out of our chairs. It was like an auditorium. We stood up as fast as we could.
Yeah.
We ran down there, like crouched, right? And I put my hand on the stage, and we just crouched, and we looked behind us, and it was just a whole, I think...
I remember there being a few bikers front stage.
That's what I was going to say, because it was the Black Label Society, because Zach Wilde was playing. He played Purple Haze.
Yeah,
so the whole front row was just bikers.
Not somebody you want to piss off.
Yeah. So I was like, trying to stay low. I was like, okay. I turned around to see all these guys. I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, I'm really sorry. Yeah. You know, like, I'm here to get this girl.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to stay here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Buddy Guy, like, turns to us, and he's like, has a guitar pick, and he, like, hands it. And literally, I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, my God.
Well, I mean, at this point, everybody's already crowding the stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't just the three of us anymore. It was like 11 people.
More so
like
towards the
people.
end of the night, you know? But we were able to sit front stage and watch majority of his set, you know what I mean, to the end, to experience, you know, looking up at him, which we not only Buddy Guy did we get to do that with, we got to do that with Walter Trout as well. The first concert we had ever gone to. Well,
still the best.
I mean,
did I say that?
I remember a story with Mom, you know, me being a kid wearing a white T-shirt, you know, and we were at some kind of, you know, festival or whatever, and, you know, freaking famous singer, I forget what his name is.
Yeah, we were at the Spanish.
I don't know what festival that was.
No, it's the Milwaukee Mexican Music Festival, something like
go.
that. And there was, I think, Bobby Pulido.
Was it Bobby Pulido?
I think that's why.
Oh my!
It was Bobby Pulido, which is a very famous,
which he's
Texas
now
singer.
He's now like running for, I forget what it is, like politically. He's like,
he's awesome.
He's doing a thing. He's
So
great.
he came walking by, and my mom grabbed Julian because he was the smallest of her children, and he like passed me up, signed my baby. Julian's like, what the hell? He signs Julian's chest, I think. Did he? I don't remember if he signed.
He signed my shirt. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. At least she got it signed.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, networking. You know what I mean? Look at. Had she just waited, what? You never would have gotten your chest signed by Bobby Pulido.
Yeah, for sure. No. Well, I was saying that's like one of the first shows that we went to, you know. But Walter Trout was really I would say, as great as it was getting a pick from Buddy Guy, like the showmanship that, you know, Walter Trout had on stage, talking about his experience and talking about how, you know, B.B. King set him on his adventure and blah, blah, blah. And, well, not blah, 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 but, you know, it was a very deep and meaningful experience, you know, where, I mean, that was the same case with Buddy Guy. Do not get me wrong, because, you know, for one, we weren't even supposed to be.
Walter had more time, though.
He did. He had way more
Buddy
time.
had 2 songs or 3 songs.
Yeah, he had not even that one.
Walter had like an hour, and he just...
Yes.
From the first song, which I guess he uses the first song, the same song every time, because he uses it as a sound check.
Nice.
Which is just play whatever live recording of his recently. It slays. It's a great song.
It's fantastic.
But yeah, I just want to close that Buddy Guy story, because we went up to the front of the stage, right? I put my hand on the stage. We look behind us. We see all these bikers. Pretty intimidating. Buddy Guy, after a little while, comes towards the edge of the stage, right?
Everyone's
he has a guitar pick, right? And he goes like this. And as he puts the guitar pick up, I see so many hands reach up for the pick. And he's like holding it just above their hands. And I was like, shit, I'm going to reach for it, right? So I put my hand up, and I'm like...
And me too.
Oh my God.
I see what's going on.
I'm like, oh my God.
I put my hand up too.
He fucking puts it like this, and he goes... It goes right underneath my hand, and he gives it to Julian.
And immediately after, as soon as I felt it, because I didn't think I was going to feel that, as soon as I felt something in my palm, I put it straight to my chest, and I stowed away into the crowd. I remember what he said,
feel my heart, feel my heart, feel my heart. He kept saying that. Yeah. I'm like, damn it. Yeah. But I was like, well, whatever. At least we got it. I'm like, let me see it. I
just remember looking down and seeing the little picture of him biting his guitar or playing with his
that's
teeth.
what it's. Skin Deep, I think, is the album.
And I was like,
Yeah,
just stowed it away.
nobody can touch this.
Because I was honestly, like I said, we weren't even supposed to be up front stage. He gives me a guitar pick. I'm like, please, nobody take this from me.
Time to get the hell out of here, you guys.
Thank you, buddy guy. You're done with this show.
Yeah.
Like, it's time for us to leave. You know. Anyway, no, but that was fantastic.
I want to say though, of course I burped it. I want to say it when we saw that. Was it the Jimi Hendrix tribute tour? There were so many different people that played. Kenny Wayne Shepherd played. He was fantastic.
Sat on the front amp and just,
which is a blues move. Any of my other bluesmen out there,
yes,
you know,
sit at front stage on the little
sitting
monitor
on
and
the front PA,
spotlight,
and
shut
just,
off
you know,
all the other lights, spotlight on you,
like
and
in your bedroom, just
no
like,
other instruments. Just
playing the guitar, dude. So intimate,
and
so cool.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
But Kenny played. I think was it Joe Bonamassa played too. I think.
You know,
I'm pretty sure he played.
no, that was a separate
Oh
concert.
yeah, you're right.
We did go see Joe Bonamassa too, and he was fantastic. Played Albert King's Flying
But I
Bee.
remember Zach Wilde played, and I remember the number of notes that he played was probably like,
yeah, it was.
I don't know, over 2,000.
It was all the notes.
Vegeta would be like,
It's over 9,000.
little Dragon Ball Z reference, you
Anyway.
guys. Zach Wilde played so many notes that I forgot kind of where the tonic was. I forgot what the hell he was playing. You know what I mean? He was going crazy.
What key are we in?
And the guy, the guy next to me was like, he's fantastic. And I look at that guy and I was like, okay, like, all right, you know. And I'm watching Zach Wilde and he like plays a guitar. And I'm not dissing this guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's built an amazing career. He's done so much, obviously. But like I'm saying for that night, this is what I took from the night.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a Jimi Hendrix tribute concert. You're gonna get Zach Wilde to tribute Jimi Hendrix. I'm sorry.
It was a Purple Haze song, right?
Maybe we had a few.
But then he struck the guitar, and he put it on the guitar stand, and he walked away. I remember that. And the guitar's like, and it just kept getting louder and louder and louder. And people are like cheering for that shit. I'm like, you guys are lucky there's a sound guy, because he's like, oh, like, you know, like trying to keep the house from burning down, essentially. But then later on, he grabbed the guitar again and did the same kind of thing. And
I remember he did like all the notes on one side of the stage.
Oh yeah.
All the notes all the way on the other side.
So he was
of the stage.
thorough, like, you know what I mean? Like,
went to the middle and I think maybe put his guitar down. Then like
I mean, he was thorough.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what does this have to do with Jimi Hendrix?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like, that was crazy, and there's a market for that, and I respect him and everything and whatever. But I think it was Buddy Guy, not even 20 minutes after that, came out, and he played 3 notes.
He played 2 notes.
Yeah.
He went, boom, boom, wow.
Yeah.
And everyone shut up.
Yeah.
Everyone stopped making noise. He walked out. People were cheering. They're cheering. Woo, woo, woo. I don't remember if he did his thing. I think he did. I don't think so. But I love that. Yeah. People keep cheering for him.
But yeah.
Anyway, he walked out, and you're right. It was 3 notes. You hit that. Dun,
After that, just
with the wall. With
Yeah.
the wall.
That was like an avalanche of notes from Zach Wilde. So then to hear 2 correct notes, like,
Followed by
just, you
a
know,
third just sensual
I'm like,
bend.
oh shit.
Yeah.
It gave me chills. And
Yeah.
the whole fucking place was like, oh shit.
Which, shout out Reese Winans. He was there that night as well.
Yeah.
Laying down the keys.
He's such a beast.
Yeah.
And he just retired. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Come out of retirement, please. We love you. Everybody loves you. We miss you already.
No, do your thing.
We love you.
Yeah.
I miss him already. But yeah, he was there too.
All right, anyway.
That just, like I said, watching that show, it just reminds me that the blues it's just so important, man. You know what I mean? It's so pivotal. It's so deep in all kinds of rock and roll, funk, jazz, hip hop, everything, dude. It's got to do with the blues.
Mm-hmm.
And to hear Buddy play like that, just a couple notes, was shocking.
For sure.
Lastly, we should just talk about Walter Trout.
Oof. What about him?
Walter Trout. I was working. Down in the modern days. You guys got to hear modern days. Walter Trout.
We saw that shit live. That was insane.
I was working in Appleton. Somebody's like, You're going to the blues concert, right?" I'm like, "What?" He's, "Yeah, it's in Bull Falls or whatever." The headliner was Walter Trout. I'm like, never heard of him. You know what I mean? I'm all like egotistical. Like,
well, I mean, at this time we were jamming a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
for
like a year or 2 years, we had no business being as confident as we were. So we listened to the first song, which was Blues for the Modern Days. And I was like, I love this.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm not going to listen to anymore because I want to be surprised. That's the best show that I've ever seen still to this day. And I've seen so many legends.
Respectfully to all the legends.
And I'll tell you why it's the best. You can say if you agree with me or not, but he played just as good as, anybody. You know what I mean? Walter Trout. He played just as good as anybody. And then he told a story, right? The night he kind of opened up talking about how he was sick and he was working through recovery, how he had lost so much weight, forgot how his name, forgot his kids and his wife and
had to relearn the guitar.
It's crazy. I mean, more than that, he relearned how to walk and like everything. So he talks about that like as the night jumps off, and it was just heavy as hell. And I think that's when he played that song, "I'm Back." I'm back. That's a natural fact. Like, I got to be what I am. I'm a blues man, I think. But it was just such a powerful experience. And had I seen that just on YouTube or whatever while I'm working, it would be cool. But there's no way you can capture that.
For sure.
So the fact that he talked to us and he showed us about, just his struggle. And like you said, he talked about, what did he say about BB King again?
He met him in a record store and asked him for his autograph, and he sat there and talked to him for like an hour or something.
Oh yeah.
And he told him that he was a musician too, and that he listened to all of his records and whatnot, and he said that he set him on the path that he was on today. He said that day, and then I remember he played "Say Goodbye to the Blues." And that was something that just
I cried there.
Everybody underneath that canopy, man, everybody felt that song,
BB had just died though.
Yeah, and whether you knew BB King or not, you know what I mean? Yeah. Whether you know Walter Trout or not, like he started singing that song and you could just sonically you could feel the blues, Like you could feel those emotions that were pouring out of not only the lyrics, but they were pouring out of his guitar. Out of his piano player, like just a lot of stuff.
I had never heard a show like that where somebody is so brutally honest saying, I thought I was so strong and I was broken down to nothing and I rebuilt myself and here I am and I'm trying. And then he plays and you're like, man, you're not trying. You're doing it.
Yeah. And
you guys
like
are doing it.
And not just doing it. That's an understatement. Yeah. Which, hey, Walter Trout and Joe Moss both did Don Odell's Legends.
Yeah. I sure hope. Are they still doing that? I
want to say it's still a thing. We got to talk to Joe about that.
Got to see if we can get the Boogie Train on there, you guys.
Don Odell's
Represent some Wisconsin blues over there, you guys. What do you think, Wisconsin?
I think so.
I think we should do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so do you have anything else you want to say about live music versus studio or
nothing other than I advise everybody to go listen to more of it and to go be a part of it. If musicians, like the jam sessions are nice, do that. come down to Phil's Bar on Pat Street, Stevens Point. We'll freaking make some space for you and whatnot. But just be a part of live music, man. I feel like, yeah, the college, range people are not really out enjoying these live venues, and if they are, it's definitely more of the cover band, sort of region where it's not necessarily the original bands, which, given there's not many original bands around, I mean, I think
Scorched Waves, they're killing it.
though,
I think they split.
yeah, that's
Shout out Scorched Waves. We love you guys.
that's an understatement. Those guys are, yeah, insane. um
I think maybe like I said, the culture has just shifted where people, they don't realize that's a thing. You just doom scrolling. Maybe we should just go down to the plaza, get some good bands, and just start playing. And these kids will be walking by like, holy shit, what is this? It's like, well, I know you guys got class right now, but tonight, there's like 3 live bands they're throwing down. But
Yep.
just one by one kind of change culture, because it is a lot of fun.
And I do think it matters where you are, because, here in Stevens Point, like, there's not a super big music scene. You definitely have to travel out more towards Rapids, more towards, Wausau and that sort of area, but even in Appleton has a huge music scene. The downtown area over there, we haven't really explored much over there yet, but, well, as a band, as individuals, like, the music scene over there is insane. The plaza, they have stages over there. Miley Music is huge. You know what I mean?
Growing.
The entire avenue is just filled with music, up and down each store, up and down each venue. Like, that is something that's really cool. We would love to be a part of Miley Music, but like I said, I do think that it matters where you are, because, smaller towns, music scenes obviously not going to be that big. Bigger cities, like, you have bigger opportunities, bigger venues, bigger locations. Well, I mean, some of these locations out here in the boonies, are like surprisingly big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we just played that place out in Nakusa. What the hell was that place? The Switch.
That place was so cool.
That was cool.
It
I
was
mean,
so
it had an
fun.
entire detached, I don't even
First of all, it had a nice bar.
yes.
And they made me a patty melt, and
They made us some great
the
food
bartender
as well.
was awesome. She was
I
really
think we
cool.
got a patty melt too.
The bar was clean,
Yeah.
dude. The food was awesome.
It was great.
And they're like, yeah, you guys are actually outside. We're like, what?
What? Okay.
There's a whole other fucking building, man.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Very cool. A lot of fun.
I would love to play there again. If anybody ever gets a chance to play the Switch, you should definitely do it.
But definitely a sleeper location. You know what I mean? Where it's kind of out in the the neck of the woods, but it's a big location, and it's quality. It's a good time.
Fast Lanes is a really good one.
Fast Lanes as well. Big
Used to
location.
be R&R forever.
Yeah. Now
recently
new
Fast
owners,
Lanes.
Fast Lanes,
But
and
they're still fucking rocking.
yeah,
man.
still looking great.
We played there when it was R&R. What, like 2 years ago or something like that?
2 years ago, I want to say.
I think we're gonna play there in July. I think July. All right.
July 11th over at Fast
Not
Lanes.
the 10th. I thought it was the 10th.
Is it? Christ, it's the 10th. No.
Check the
Wait.
Facebook.
It is July 10th. That's July 10th. I'm sorry. July 11th is with the Sky Club. Our buddy is Andy. We did a private show at his house.
That's where it's gonna be, the Sky Club.
Well, no, not the Sky
Oh.
Club. That's his band's name.
Oh, okay.
The Sky Club.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Sky Club is like a separate club.
I
I'm
know,
like, oh
yeah.
shit, we're gonna
No.
rock in there.
No, not in a separate club.
Okay.
Christ. Anyway, but yeah, July 11th we have a show coming up with them too. Anyway, so yeah, July 10th, Fast Lanes.
Like I said, you guys, going and seeing live shows, you get to network, you get to meet other people that like music, and sometimes you get a guitar pick out of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's pretty much everything we had to say for today, you guys. Do you want to say anything else?
No, just figure out a way to say like and follow and subscribe for more content. Because we're this is something that we're going to be doing for, the foreseeable future.
Probably not the sexiest video that we're ever gonna make, right? But I know me, at least. I'll speak for myself. When I go to YouTube, I don't go for short videos, like a minute long videos or anything like that. I go for videos that are like 30 minutes long, like a freaking hour long.
I mean, Rick Beato, shout out Rick Beato. He's the best, man. He's got everything music, podcasts, freaking instructional stuff. Like he's got a whole program you can subscribe to, lessons and all that jazz theory and whatnot. So shout out Rick Beato, the goat of this whole thing. You know what I mean? I think he's definitely nailed the recipe. He's got it down, but definitely follow, subscribe for more. The more subscribers we have, the more opportunity we have to grow, and the more opportunities we have to utilize different tools for YouTube and for us to share more stuff like this. For instance, this guitar over here, like I want us to do a video of taking it apart, because we've done it plenty of times before. So many times, setting up the giving it a setup and whatnot, changing out the pots. It used to be, I mean, it's a Mexican Stratocaster, you know what I mean? So like came with Fender Strat pickups, change those out for deluxe drive pickups, through some PRS, 500K Sweetwater fucking pots in there,
Is there a treble bleed too?
There's a treble bleed. There's a different 5-way switch, and then we have that 3-touch fucking
the input jack.
The input jack
from Pure Tone.
Pure Tone, there you go. But yeah, I mean, it's
the nut too, and the locking tuners.
Yeah.
This thing is, we modded our guitar so much, you guys. People say like the instrument doesn't matter. Like, well, the instrument matters a little bit. Yeah. Okay, a little bit.
Yeah.
If I played a ukulele, or that Strat, it's gonna be a little bit different, right?
Absolutely.
So anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much.
Yep.
Please comment. Let us know what you want us to do different in the next video and what you liked about this one.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Peace.